Are you trying to grow your business, but secretly wondering how much longer you can keep the pace? This episode is called Keep Growing Without Burning Out, because scaling shouldn't mean sacrificing your sanity. Welcome back to the Home Services Revolution podcast. I'm Chris Moore, and today we're tackling the final step in the BRIC method, the K, keep growing. But not just any kind of growth. We're talking about sustainable, strategic growth that lets you scale your business without becoming a prisoner to it. All right, let's start with a truth I've seen over and over. Not all growth is good growth. I've worked with business owners who've doubled their revenue and also ended up doubling their stress. They've got more trucks, more jobs, more employees, but they've also added more chaos, more complaints. They have even less time for their family, if you can believe that. So when I say keep growing, I don't just mean growing bigger. I also mean growing better. Here's what that looks like. It's growth with margin. It's growth with mission leading you to your vision. It's growth with multiplication. So let's try and break those down a little bit. Number one, growth with margin. Margin means you're not living on the edge. You're not booked out so tight that one sick day ruins your week. You're not operating on such a thin profit that one slow month puts you in a deep panic. Margin is what gives you the options. It's what lets you say yes to the right opportunities and no to the wrong ones. It ends up being what allows you to take that vacation, to invest more money in your team, or ride out that slow season without so much fear. To have margin, we have to learn to be intentional about how we grow. One client I worked with had been growing fast, adding crews. They were advertising aggressively. They were filling up the calendar. But every time we looked at the books, profit just wasn't there. Why? Because their growth was outpacing their systems. They were leaking money through inefficiencies. Their accounts payable was growing larger and larger, and their expenses were growing larger, and the cash flow just wasn't working. So we pressed pause just a little bit, took a hard look at the operations. We streamlined some job costing. We tightened up their quoting a little bit, tried to simplify the services and how they were pricing those services. And in 6 months, their revenue actually dipped just a little bit, but their net profit doubled. That's margin. That's healthy growth. Number two is growth with mission. This is about remembering why you started in the first place. That vision for your business that got you excited. In the hustle and tussle of running a business, it's easy to forget your why. And I know why is a big buzzword now, but the why is why you were excited, why you took the risk, why you started getting into this. And you get busy filling up your schedule, managing your team, chasing those invoices, and before you know it, the business that you envision giving you freedom is actually your biggest burden. So let me ask you, are you growing towards the vision you wrote down when we talked about building the foundation? Or are you drifting? This vision-driven growth means every step aligns with your values. It means you don't just start chasing the next shiny thing, the next digital marketing thing, the next event, the next technique, the next tool. It's about building something with purpose. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 33, Jesus says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." So what does that mean for business? Well, it means if you seek the first things that matter, growth is going to follow. The right kind of growth. So let's get clear. What does success really look like for you? It's one of the most important questions that I ever ask anybody. Some people will say more money. Maybe that's what it is. But also when we think about it, a lot of times the more money is for other things. It's about more time with your family. It's about more impact in your community. It's about more stability, both for you and for your team, because I know you care about them too. It means more freedom to serve where you're needed. Growth isn't just about numbers. It's also about growing in a direction, the direction towards your vision. Number three is growth with multiplication. Now, this is where things start to get exciting for most business owners. Multiplication is about building leaders. It's about creating systems that replicate this excellence. It's about empowering others to carry the mission forward so you end up not being the bottleneck. And trust me, majority of time, you are the bottleneck. I worked with a painting company where the owner was really doing everything. I mean, he was scheduling, he was quoting, and he was even doing the punch list, touching up on jobs when people missed something. And you know what? He was exhausted. He was stuck. So we implemented this leadership pipeline for him. We identified some crew leaders, people that he liked and said he trusted, but had just never taken those steps. And we gave them authority. And along with the authority, we also gave them accountability. We built a simple training program to help him train into these guys that he trusted exactly what they needed to do. In 90 days, he had removed himself from daily operations. 3 months. And the business, it didn't just survive, it actually thrived. That process is what allows us to grow our business beyond ourselves, beyond our own capabilities. And the reason why is he was no longer the ceiling. Here's the deal. If your business can't grow without you doing more, you don't have a scalable business. Scalable, scalability, being scalable, all those buzzwords, you have to multiply yourself, not duplicate yourself. You must document what works, train others, create those feedback loops, create KPIs, track them, and review them. And yes, one of the most important things you have to do is you have to let go of some of the things that you've always done yourself. This is the model that we call leadership through systems. It's what everybody has to do. When you see those ideas of systems, the systems are designed to help take you out of the process, and that is the key for you to have sustainable growth. So let me give you 4 practical strategies to help you keep growing the right way. Strategy number 1, you need quarterly planning. Every 90 days, step back and ask yourself, what is working? What's not working? Where is the business stuck? What's one initiative that would move us forward this quarter? Something we can do right now. And then I want you to build your team's priorities around that. Don't chase 10 different things. Do one thing, do it really well. Strategy number 2, the 80% rule. If someone else on your team can do it 80% as well as you can, you need to delegate it. Perfectionism is the enemy of growth. I know it. I've heard you before, time and time again, talk about how you can do this the best. Nobody can do it like you. But as long as you're doing it, you're not only keeping someone else from learning, someone else from growing, from becoming the leader that you need them to be, you're holding your company back. Trust your people. Train them. Empower them. And you'll be amazed at what they can handle when you give them the space to do it. You may find the 80% turns into 120% when you let it go. Strategy number 3, scorecard simplicity. I want you to measure what matters. Keep it small. Choose 3 to 5 metrics that show the health of your business. It could be revenue, profit per job, your close rate, customer satisfaction, whatever matters most to your model. And you need to track it weekly. You need to review it with your team, and you need to make decisions based on data, not emotions. One of the biggest things that I've seen is marketing spend in areas with friends or people that you like, or you think it looks awesome, and there's no money coming back to your company. Make decisions based on data, not on emotions. Our guts, they can help us many, many times. But when it comes to the data doesn't lie. Strategy number 4, I want you to schedule CEO time. You need time every week to step out of the weeds and look at the business from the top. Block at least 2 hours each week for strategic work. What does that mean? It means reviewing your numbers. It means planning. It means vision casting. If you don't schedule time to lead, you'll stay stuck in doing. We'll close with this. You don't have to grow at the world's pace. You just have to grow on purpose. Don't let what you see on Instagram or those industry forums convince you that scaling means going faster, hiring faster, adding services faster. It's not the way it works. Slow growth is still growth. Sustainable growth is better than flashy growth. Faithful growth compounds. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we'll reap and harvest if we do not give up." You know, we look at farmers a lot of times. I live in an area with a lot of farms around me, and I see very small plants, and then suddenly they're huge, and there's corn, there's soybeans, there's everything around me. We think that it's moving slow, but when we do the right things and we do them consistently, even when it looks like slow, that's where we get extreme growth. I've seen things start out slow. We make small changes. You just see little ripples, and in a very little short of time is what it ends up being, is that extravagant growth that you're looking for. And that's what this is about. It's about keeping yourself consistent. It's about showing up. It's keep building the right way. It's leading with integrity. And your harvest, it's going to come. So the action plan for this week, your current growth, is it about bringing more margin, more vision, more multiplication? I want you to identify your one thing to focus on this quarter. Schedule 2 hours of that CEO time this week, and I want you to protect it, guard it. If there's something so important that you can't get 2 hours, you probably need to learn to train and delegate. So don't forget to like and subscribe, or even better yet, share this episode with a friend in the industry. If you want tools to help you plan, lead, and grow the right way, join me for a powerful 30-minute masterclass. 5 biggest mistakes that keep home service businesses from scaling. I'm going to walk you through the pitfalls that keep you stuck, and show you how to break through it fast. So reserve your spot now. Go to 5mistakesmasterclass.com. Start transforming your business today. So we're about to start a brand new series. But for now, keep building with purpose. You're closer to breakthrough than you think. I'll see you next time.